Hello, I'm Marvin Pierce, Marvin Pierce dog teacher. I'm sitting here with Bianca. She trains with us now, and we're sitting around our imaginary campfire. It's a plastic barrel, so you don't really want to build a fire in there. Yeah. But I feel that, people ask me a lot, how do you teach a dog to do this? How do you teach a dog to do that? And today I've done, I think, 3 different lessons, 2 lessons, and then just talked to a lady about dog. But for me to be fair with a dog needs to understand your language. Humans try to talk to dogs like they're a human, and they don't understand you. Then people get mad, and then they add words to it, sometimes vulgar words, depending on how aggravated they are, but dogs still don't understand. And today we had a puppy here, about I think 6 months old. He's coming in for board and train in a few weeks. And the people can't catch him now, and he's got to the point where he's lunging and snarling, snapping and barking at the people because it's a game, because people try to catch him. So I'm going to touch on some of my commands, some of my words that I use and what my words mean. Because people are always saying, well, how do I get my dog to do this? How do I get my dog to do that? How do I stop him from doing this and stop him from doing that? For me, if I say no, my dog can't do it. He can't jump on me, he can't mouth on me, he can't jump on my furniture, he can't pee on my truck tires, whatever. He can't jump on you if I have my leash. I feel if I have my dog on my leash and he tries to jump on you or Brett or whoever,
anybody,
it's my place to correct my dog. Yeah. It's not your place to correct my dog.
Yeah.
Now, if I ask someone to assist me in that, then that's different. Yeah. But as a general rule, you don't do it. Yeah. But for me, the bad part is if I let it happen, it's my fault. So I start all my dogs with, that is wrong. I teach them that by the pinch collar or the choke rope, slip rope, whatever you want to call it. I'll pull that rope. But when they're good, I'll tell them they're good. I feel sometimes people take spoiled dogs at 4, 5, 6, 8 months, year, 5 years old, and they want to teach them to heel today. It don't work that way. Me, I'll go back to the rope, I'll go back to the pinch collars, and I'll get my dogs, I call it softened up, to respect me and try to get them hooked up with me so they're with me. But to do that, it's pull the leash, bite their neck, and at the same time, and then good boy. Now, after a few minutes, I won't have to pull the leash as much. I can just go and they'll be like, I'm giving, and I can tell them they're good. So for me, I have people ask me over the years, why do I have no and why do I have at? No means it's got to quit. At, you're going to get in trouble, you better think about what you're doing. Yeah. That's the difference. Yeah. It gives my puppies and my dogs an opportunity to change their behavior to the correct way. Yeah. And if they change it the correct way, there needs to be no consequences. Yeah. But you can't run around all day, screaming at your dog. And for me, if I'm outside doing a lesson and Bianca's in here doing a lesson, if I can hear her growling at a dog from out there, she's not right, you're too loud. And I had that today with some guy. He was like, and I'm like, oh shit, where's your dog at? And he was right there. So for me, I feel sometimes it's people hear me, sometimes I growl. I growl all different levels, depending on what my dog. But if I got a real hard, deep growl, my dogs know somebody's going to be in trouble. Yeah. And so I think that's the difference with it. But people want to. A guy today just said, why is my dog acting like that? Because he was being so cool. Yeah. He's like, you're showing me up. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not showing you up. I'm not even really working with your dog. I'm talking to you. Your dog's just being a. But they understood what I wanted. And that's the thing. Me, I go back to the fact that normally I could teach a dog more things by not talking than people can by talking. And I can teach them in minutes where some people spend hours and don't get it. Yeah. But for me, it goes back to, for the last 24 years, I think, since I've been on this property, there's not but a handful of days that I haven't worked with a dog. Mm-hmm. Even on vacation, I'll work with a dog in Walmart parking lot. I don't care. Wherever I can find a dog to work with, I'll work with them down at Wilco Feed Store in the parking lot. I don't care. I just love work dogs. But I feel that people need to understand. No, you can't do it. Yeah. Doesn't matter what it is. Now, for me, mouthing dogs. people make excuses for why their dog's teeth touched them. I can't come up with a good reason. Me, I feel that, you know, it's hard. It's hard on me because I get conversations with people that they need to rehome their dogs because their dogs got out of control.
Yeah.
And so for me, when you get to that point, you really got to reconsider what you're doing and realize you have a dog. Some dogs are cool for other people, not cool for you. But when it comes back to the training and the techniques and the words and the commands, I think we probably have videos on the internet showing me going to the handle on my leash to teach dogs not to pull on me. And then I can come up to a heel position. It makes it a lot easier to come up to a heel position from out there, I feel, than it does starting out with a heel position. For most people, me, it doesn't matter to me if I start at a heel or if I start on a 6-foot leash, it doesn't matter. But the first thing somebody does, and I see it all the time, try to make your dog heel, and within 30 seconds they're aggravated.
Yeah.
And you already lost.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I have fun training dogs, and I don't laugh as much as y'all do, but when I get dog bit by these little dust mops, people laugh pretty hard, and then I do later, but not instantly because of the fact that it hurts for a little while. But for me, that's part of the dog training business, you know, is the fact that I told people yesterday, I said, you know what? I said, I always represent the dog, but I got to look for the safety for the human too. If you're in a situation where you're going to lose, you need to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
To me, there's no dog worth getting yourself ate up by.
Yeah.
It's different if you're training a dog and you can be confident. But if you can't be confident, then there's no reason really to train the dog because you're going to lose. The dog knows you're not right.
Yeah.
You know, the dog knows you're worried, you're nervous. To me, if you're nervous and worried all the time with your dog, you're not being the leader that your dog wants to follow. Yeah. Your dog's going to try to step over and take the leadership, and they're going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had a dog recently where people really want to try to fix it, I felt. But I don't know they can because of the fact that they're going to be nervous. And if you're nervous, the dog knows it. You can't lie to a dog. You can't even lie to me, hardly. I mean, I see people. I told somebody recently, I said, you know, by the time you get out of your car and you get in here, I can pretty much tell you whether it's going to work or it's not.
Yeah.
You know, and I can tell you a lot of times a lot of your problems with your dog. So for me, you know, me and Bianca told someone today, I believe it was you know, y'all do a video on your dog and ship it over to us and let us check it out.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the dogs, if we get a video on them, we'll talk about them on Facebook Live. You know, how we can fix them, because you're not going to have a problem that I haven't had or other people. The only problem I mean, I'll knock on wood, but I've never had an issue with a dog possessing me in my life. Yeah. And I've owned, I don't even know how many, probably 102 dogs. And because I've raised a lot of cow dogs and sold them all over the country. And I've never let a dog take ownership of me. And that's one of the things that people make a mistake by doing. And it's because they love their little puppy and they treat it like a little kid and it gets carried away. And like you said today, one day you wake up and it's like, oh crap, I got a problem, Houston.
Yep.
And nobody starts, well, I'm going to screw this dog up. No. Everybody thinks, my dog's okay. And I get people here, and denial is a terrible thing. We talked about that on Facebook also. Is people are in denial. And some people come here and they're just like, you know what, I screwed this dog up. And I want you to help me fix it. And that's what Kay did.
Yeah.
And we fixed her dog. Yeah. And I don't think you said that, but that's what you meant. You know, that's what you meant. That's the reason you came here, and that's the reason you stuck it out.
Yeah.
Is because you want to fix your dog, and we did it. Yeah. You got a cool dog. He's out there now, 15, 20 dogs, and 2 girls playing, 2 ladies, I guess. But whenever it comes back to dog training, I feel that that's one of the things that people make a huge mistake by, is they start out with wanting to train a puppy, and they don't know where to go. And sometimes they go to 59 different YouTube videos and Facebook. Somebody here one day, I don't remember who it was, but they went on Facebook and they seen this thing where someone asked someone how to teach a dog to go in a crate. There was 49 replies, and there was not one that I would use.
Yeah.
49 people told this person how to teach a dog to go in a crate and be happy.
Yeah.
And not one of them. I'm not saying none of them would not have worked. I don't know, 48 of them might have worked. But I don't think so. I mean, and there, like I said, there's none of them that I would use because of the fact that I feel a lot of the training that we do is a lot different than a lot of people do. So when you want to make a command for a dog, the dog has to understand it. And it's not like, I want you to sit down. It's like, sit.
Yeah.
We took 6 words to 1. Now, if you want to get technical about it, it will be bear, sit. 2 words. It's not bear, sit, 15 times. For me, train the puppy, it's not bear, sit, stay. Because bear's going to get up before you get done saying stay.
Yeah.
So then you're starting to teach your dog that stay means get up. And then you get mad because your dog gets up and says stay. So, you got anything to add to it? I just want to throw this video out.
I feel like sometimes when people try, like for me, I tried a lot of the different YouTube videos excessively. I always ended up creating another problem because it was complicated. The way that you teach the dog, it's simple, and I don't end up with a different bad habit the way that I'm teaching him that I've learned from you. It's simple.
You know, for me, I had a kid, well, he's not a kid, I guess he's a young man now, but I told him years ago he wanted to be a dog trainer, and I think he does train dogs. He does pretty well at it. Trains cattle. But I told him, do not throw out everything you know and start over with Joe Boy's job training.
Yeah.
Keep what you have, tweak it. Add a little bit of something that's better, throw out a little bit of something that's not as good. I don't know, you can't take my training and put it on any one video. Or one trainer, you know, because I've used so many different people to help me get where I'm at. But for me, it was trial and error.
Yeah.
I trained a lot of cow dogs
For 30
with
years.
no help but me.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a bunch of trainers to learn. I watched videos, and I went out there and beat my head against fence posts till I learned. But then I started going places and watching trainers, you know, and seeing how they did it and seeing what would help me. And I think that I made some great cow dogs over the years. I'd love to have some of my dogs back that I had years ago, you know. And I feel that that's why I've been successful in the obedience world. Because my dogs had to respect me, and when I asked them to do something, they needed to do it, but they did it because they understood what I asked.
And they had to respect the lifestyle that you were working.
Yes, they couldn't just run around biting.
Yeah. And now your dogs have to respect you and the other dogs and the other people.
Yes, they've just got to respect everyone. And so I think that's the hardest part for people to get is the fact that you start out with a puppy, this is what you want. You don't know how to get there, so you start watching all the videos in the world, and every day, let's say, and I have people here that's been here that they're like, God, I watched this video the other day, and you know, I tried that and it didn't work, so tomorrow I'll try this video.
Yeah.
So you, like you said, you created a problem today, and tomorrow you're going to get a new video and you're going to try to fix that problem you created and do something new, and it don't work.
No.
Third day, you're still trying to fix that problem you created the first day,
And the poor
and the
dog.
second day, and start a new one, and dog like, geez, I just want to go to Marvin's.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
And I feel that that is the key to it.
Yeah.
And I watch YouTube videos, don't get me wrong. I mean, I watch some of them I laugh at, some of them like, that's pretty cool, you know? But I can guarantee you, the only way I would ever come to my kennels and change my whole program, and if you ever see me do it, you need to dial 911 because I got a problem. And I don't know if they can help me, but I got a problem because of the fact that what I do is work for so long.
Yeah.
And I've taught a lot of people over the years how to fix problems. Some of them on the phone, and that's when I started Marvin First Dog Teacher. I don't know if you knew that, but
No.
I was building fence every day, and it got to the point where I was spending 6 to 8 hours a week on the phone, texting, emailing, Facebook, or talking to people about how to fix dog problems. I'm not gonna go. So, for me, at that time, I figured it was time for me to start on dog business with Marvin First Dog Teachers. I've had cow dogs forever. They quit growling out there.
They stopped.
So, well, we're going to end. Bianca had to race out of here real quick. We've had dog arguments out here. And if you're trying to train your baby, and he's got 4 legs, and you want him to love you, you need to be his leader. If you're not his leader, he's not going to love and respect you and follow you. So we're going to bail off here, and this video will be out on the internet, and check it out. Thanks a lot.